beliefs and understandings that can be found regarding the foundational charism of the Cursillo movement to the book entitled Cursillo Movement Fundamental Ideas, version 3. The charism was given by the Holy Spirit to the church through primarily the person of Eduardo Bonin and subsequently to Father Sebastian Gaia, Bishop Juan Hervas, and others. This is the original charism, which, since it is given by the Holy Spirit, should not be changed. Eduardo wrote, "We know of no adaptation or alteration to the movement which has made its purpose clearer, more precise, simpler, more understandable, or more efficient. The challenges that the world presents to the man of today have the same root as they always did, the absence of God in the mind and in the heart of man. This is why the solution is always the same. The solution is Christ and his grace, which is the only thing that can give him the feeling of being alive and of leading a meaningful life." And that's the Bonin, the foundational charism. Those things which we call the charism of Cursillo are really not located in any one place. In fact, I believe that the only place one might have found the charism in its entirety would have been in Eduardo Bonin's heart. However, if we search, we can find bits and pieces of it among numerous sources, especially the writings of Eduardo Bonin, such as various royos, for example, the presentation given at the Fifth World Encounter in Seoul, Korea in 1997, in books, for example, A Structure of Ideas, co-authored with Francisco Forteza and Bernardo Gandal, The How and the Why, and My Spiritual Testament, and in eyewitness accounts. So if you note the sources listed, you can easily see that there's no specific order in which to study the charism. So as a result, in order to produce the chart, we've relied on the organizational structure of the Fundamental Ideas book as a matter of convenience. So therefore, the chapters listed in the chart are mirrored on those chapters listed in the book. The left column of the chart notes a specific part of the charism that in some way does not agree with the statements found in the Fundamental Ideas book, which is noted on the right column. References follow the notes so as to alleviate any question as to their origin. Now, I would also like to point out that while we have tried to follow the order of the book, there's times when the book has no information relative to the charism. For example, while there's a clear progression of royos for the three-day Cursillo, ideal, habitual grace, the lay person, a Christian in the world, actual grace, etc., there is no mention of this in the book, aside from mentioning the existence of royos. We believe that these omissions are important since what is not mentioned can easily be left for individual interpretation. And Sheila talked about that in her royo, that's really the biggest problem with the book. This chart is the work of many people who have attempted to make it as accurate as possible. These include both those that have known Eduardo Bonin and those that have worked on the book. We believe it's the truest and most complete comparison possible. While this workshop is important for showing us our differences, once we are finished with this study, we should pray, as we were just saying, for the grace to focus on those many things which we have in common. And from John, my prayer is not for them alone. I pray also for those who believe in me through their message, so that all of them may be one, Father, just as you and I are in, just as you are in me and I am in you. May they also be in us, so that the world may believe that you have sent me. I have given them the glory that you gave me, that they may be one as we are one, I in them and you in me, so that they may be brought to complete unity. Then the world will know you, that you sent me and have loved even them, even as you have loved me. And that's John 17, 20, 23. Thank you, Lotus.
De colores. Thank you.
Brother. Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Colores.
Very much.
Thank you, Jim.
De colores, Jim.
De
You're the man, Jim.
De colores.
Thank you.
De colores, Jim.
Colores.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we will move on to, that was the introduction to what we will be doing in the subsequent breakout sessions. Eso básicamente fue la introducción hacia lo que vamos a estar viendo en las sesiones de trabajo subsecuentes. Entonces, so now if I can invite our first announcer, Mr. Seth Aguillon.
Thank you, Maricela. The first, on this first breakout session, we're going to talk about chapters 1 and 2, which is the history and the charism.
Okay, so we will open up your breakout sessions. If you do not get transferred right away, now you know what group you're in. You just need to go in and click join to your group. Ahora vamos a abrir las salas. Si no se van automáticamente, solamente tienen que buscar su grupo y darle click and join. Tienen 45 minutos. You have 45 minutes.